For years now, I've been looking for the Holy Grail, a third person on the bike shot of me riding along. And up until now, it's proved very, very elusive. Ever since I've been doing these on the bike vlogs, I've been looking for a way to get a half decent third person shot of me cycling along. It's extremely difficult for me to be in front of the camera and behind it at the same time, so it's usually meant that I've had to ask for somebody's help, either by sticking an action camera on the back of a car or the back of another bike and then following along, or trying to do it all by myself by using a selfie stick and an action camera on the front of the bike. I've had limited successes with both of these methods, but recently I've discovered a way of doing it all by myself, and it seems to be working out far better than I could have ever imagined. The thing that's revolutionized the way that I film my on the bike vlogs is the Insta360 One X2 action camera. Now, if you're familiar with Insta360 cameras, you'll know that they capture a 360-degree field of view, so it captures literally everything around you. These cameras aren't designed to be used handheld, but instead they're designed to be used in conjunction with a selfie stick that screws into the bottom of the camera using a little 1/4-20 thread. Now, when you do shoot with these cameras, it somehow magically erases the selfie stick so that it looks like you've either got a little drone following you or you've got somebody else operating a camera. It's like magic, or even witchcraft. Now, at this point, I should really do one of the disclaimer things. Insta360 have sent me this camera for free to test out, but everything I'm going to say in this vlog is completely my own opinion. The camera itself has all kinds of shooting modes. Naturally, it can shoot video, it can also do stills and slow-mo, and even do things like time-lapse and star-lapse. But for the purposes of this vlog, I'm just going to focus on the video mode because that's what I use most. Once I've attached the camera to the selfie stick, I attach the whole lot to the bike using the motorcycle mount. Now, the reason I use the motorcycle mount is because, in my opinion, the standard bike mount isn't quite up to the job. Even when I'm riding on the road, the vibration going through the bike is such that it kind of shakes the selfie stick and you end up with a bit of camera droop, and that's the last thing you want. The motorbike mount has two very, very strong clamps that I can tighten up extremely tightly. It's rock solid and it goes absolutely nowhere. Because the camera captures a 360-degree field of view, it doesn't really matter where you mount the camera. I personally like to mount it out front to get that Holy Grail third-person shot, but I will also from time to time hold it out to the side so that I can get a side view, or occasionally have it out the back and get a rear facing view. Unlike when you're using a regular action camera, it doesn't matter one iota if you haven't mounted the One X2 100% perfectly. It has features like horizon lock, so you can be completely confident that all of your horizons will be perfectly level. Plus, it has fantastic flow state stabilization, so all of your shots will be beautifully smooth. And if you haven't framed it correctly, it doesn't matter, because you can go into the app later and completely reframe it to the shot that you do want. Regular action cameras shoot at 4K and the One X2 shoots at 5.7K, but don't let that fool you. The 4K on a regular action camera is spread across a narrow 120 degree field of view, whereas the 5.7K of the One X2 is spread across the full 360 degrees, and consequently that can make the image a little bit grainy, particularly on a day like today when it's a bit dull and overcast and the camera has a bit of extra work to do. If you're using this camera in a place where it's sunny and bright all the time, the resulting images will look absolutely amazing. For my part, I try to use the One X2 as much like a regular camera as I possibly can, and I try and capture conventional type shots. Now, I do have to be a little bit mindful about this because with the 360 degree view, it can be a little bit wide angle-y distorted, or dare I say even a little bit gimmicky at times. Now, you could even take full advantage of this. It can do all kinds of weird and wonderful shots, and if you want to post these on things like Instagram or TikTok, there are even edit templates in the app that will help you do that. If, like me, you want to use the 360 shots in your normal edit software, the workflow isn't quite as straightforward. Firstly, you have to edit it from the camera in the Insta360 app, either using the mobile version or the desktop version. You'll then create a file which you can import into your regular edit software. Now, the great thing about using the Insta360 app means that you can make all kinds of decisions about the footage after you've shot it, something that would be completely impossible if you were using a regular action camera. So for instance, the first thing you'll need to decide is what kind of aspect ratio you want. If you want something a bit more conventional and horizontal, you can choose either 16:9 or a very cinematic looking crop. Or if you want to post on TikTok or Instagram, there are even square formats and vertical ones. The other great thing about using the app is that you can scroll around the shot until you find the exact framing that you want, or you can even create camera moves such as pans and tilts. It's been claimed that using the One X2 is a little bit like having a film crew in your pocket. And while I wouldn't go quite as far as saying that, I would certainly say that using one makes filming by yourself much easier than using a regular action camera. I've been using the One X2 for a while now, and I have to say that I genuinely love it. It's completely revolutionized the way that I film my ride vlogs. Not only can I get that third-person Holy Grail on the bike shot, but I can also just stick it on the ground, ride past it, and get those kind of moving panning shots. I've only really scratched the surface of what this camera can do, and I'm still struggling to get my head around its full features and capabilities. I know it's a dreadful cliche, but the full potential of this camera really is only limited by my imagination. It's a work in progress, so please stay tuned. If you want to see someone who does know what they're doing with these cameras though, I suggest you go over and check out my friend Rich's YouTube channel. Like me, Rich is a freelance cameraman. I've known him for over 20 years and we've worked together throughout that time. And on his channel, which is called Eat Sleep 360, he covers all aspects of how to use these 360 degree cameras. I'll leave a link to Rich's website in the description below, along with a link to the Insta360 website, so you can go along and even buy one of these amazing pieces of kit. If you'd like to see some more videos about how to get the most out of your cycling, then please click on the video coming up in the end screen. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.